Hi, everyone, and welcome on in. This is a reading for the collective, and I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to be adding 1 to 2 videos a week that are just oracle card readings, no tarot, unless there's something I feel that needs to be clarified in the oracle reading. So please take from this what resonates, guys. What doesn't, let it go, let it flow. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you would like a personal reading with me, how to do that is in the description box down below. For my oracle readings, there will not be any extended readings. This is just kind of like me giving something back to you guys. That's just a little bit special just for the people on my channel. Okay, so that being said, I am being drawn to the Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors. So, what do the angels and ancestors want you to know? What is the messages that they want to bring through for you? This is going to be really interesting, guys. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and for whatever reason, it just wasn't the time. And now Spirit is like, no, it's the time. Okay, I might also pull a couple of the beautiful dragon oracle decks. I'm feeling like they're wanting to be used as well. Them I will have to read right from the book. Okay, so maybe what I'll do, I just got an idea. What I will do is to clarify, I will use the dragon. How about that? So here we go, guys. Clear messages from the ancestors and angels for the collective. This is an oracle reading, Spirit. Clear messages, please. Clear messages. Woo, boy, do they want to talk to you guys. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. I like that. I like that. Oracle, wait for the important information. Yes. Okay. Then we have the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Drum. Dream and journey. Yes. Strategizer. Set your sights higher. Stargazer, sorry. Set your sights higher. Ooh, okay. This is definitely about finding your path, giving up old beliefs, society's belief systems, family belief systems, things that have been deeply rooted into you from childhood. High Priest, intend and create. Nice. And we have the Snake, shed old skin. Ooh, I'm liking this, guys. And you know, that's something else. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. That's something else I talk a lot about on my channel, right? You guys hear me talk about it all the time, about doing the deep dive within, okay? Bringing up the things that are on the unconscious level, okay? Not the subconscious, not the conscious. These are things that are wounds that happen to us in our childhood. Could be as young. I know my youngest wound that I've healed so far was from when I was 2 years old. Okay. And you don't realize, and it's nobody's fault. Okay. It's not your parents' fault. It's just their making. Okay. But anyway, you don't realize how something that your parents could have done, okay? For instance, for me, it was around abandonment when I was 2 years old, okay? My mother sent me to my grandmother to raise. I had 5 other siblings that were still at home with my mom and dad. And there was a memory that I had. But anyway, that's for a different video. But my point is, I didn't realize how that one thing that happened to me in my childhood really played a significant role in my life up until 2.5 years ago, when it finally came to the surface and I was able to heal it. Okay, that's what this is talking about here. Okay, and it is moving beyond society's beliefs, family beliefs, okay, and really finding what is your belief. Okay, what do you believe in? What is your authentic self? Okay, what is your gifts that are meant to share with the world? All right, you don't have to do it by the book the way you were taught growing up, what society has instilled in you. You know, I don't have a college education, knew zero about making videos, had no idea how I was going to start my YouTube channel, and I taught myself everything I know so far. Do I still have a lot to learn? Bet your bottom dollar I do. But the point being is, don't let, like, I was always told, oh, if you don't have a college education, you won't amount to anything. Okay, that's not true. Okay, that is not true. That is an old belief system. Okay, I have plenty of friends who did not go to college and are doing very well for themselves. Okay, so it's like getting rid of those type of belief systems. Okay, and you know, for those of you who meditate, okay, who meditate here, really open yourself up to be patient, okay? The three big things here. I talk about this all the time on my channel as well. Taking the first step to your healing. Okay, that's big. That is huge. Okay, because it's scary. You don't know what's going to come up, right? You don't know what's going to come up. 2, patience with the process. Okay, that was a big one for me. That took me a while to really tackle. Okay, 3, trust in the process. When you start to do the inner work through meditation, through prayer, okay, being in that silence, in that moment, clearing the mind. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little trick that worked for me. Okay, and you guys will understand this. Okay, if you're having monkey mind, it's the way to focus your mind. Okay, I want you to close your eyes right now. Okay, close your eyes right now. Do you see like those little speckles? Okay, they're like, just to me, they just remind me of like little glitters. That's what they remind me of, little tiny glitters. Okay, when you're in meditation and you're having monkey mind, focus on those little glitters. Because when you focus on those little glitters, you hear nothing. Okay? And that will open you up to receiving the answers that you need. Now, another thing, when you are doing this type of work, you may not get the answer by the end of your meditation. You may be, for instance, for me, when I had healing around the sexual abuse that happened to me as a child, I was meditating one day and I was like, okay, any remnants of this that still needs to be healed, please bring it to the surface for me. It wasn't until like 4 days later, I think it was, I was in my kitchen and an image of a friend of mine kept coming up. And and my sexual abuse was like coming up at the same time. And I was like, what does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this? And by the third time I said it, Spirit does everything in threes with me, the light bulb went off. And it was like that missing piece, boom, popped right in. And I realized what the connection was. That was another healing for me. Okay, so it's like trust and be patient in the process. Okay. Especially, I'm an Aquarius. So when I want something, I want it like yesterday. Okay. I want to be like, okay, this is what I want. Let's make it happen. Boom, it's happening. Okay. Spirit's teaching me that lesson very well right now. Okay. But when you do that, okay, the card following is the hunter. Okay. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're tracking back your DNA. You're tracking back to things that you don't realize had such a big effect in your life. Okay. This reading is all about healing, creating, and trusting. Okay. Healing, creating, and trusting. The hunter doesn't give up the hunt until he finds his prey. Okay. And that's what I feel like Spirit's saying here. Do not give up the hunt. Actually, dare it. Dare those fears that are deep inside you to come up. Dare those things that make you feel anxiety to come up. Just like co-creating your desires, right? Track it down. What are your desires? What are your hidden gifts? Because those are the things that come to the surface when you do this work. Okay? A lot of you, journaling is very important. Okay? The other thing here with the drum, you can find a lot of these on YouTube. Okay? You can search shamanic drumming journeying, or shamanic journey drum, or drum journey, however you want to put it. I do them myself via Zoom, but it's another great way to meditate. Okay, because you go on like a dream journey. Okay, and then you journal about what your experience was. Okay. The other thing is, I feel like a lot of you may be receiving vivid dreams at this time. Get a book. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a simple spiral notebook. Write the date of the dream that you had, and every single detail, vivid detail that you can remember, record in that journal. For me now, I have gotten so good at it that by the time I'm done writing like the last 1 to 2 sentences of what I recall in the dream, I received the message that the dream was about. Okay? That's big for a lot of you out there, I feel like. Okay? Because once you do this and you bring all this stuff to the surface, you grow and you evolve. Okay? And we're going to get to that in a minute. Okay? And then you start to learn how to manifest the life you want. Because you realize, okay, I now made that relationship with God, creator of the universe. Because what I'm doing is working. I am healing. It's bringing this stuff up to the surface. I'm feeling it, and then I am healing it. In shamanic practice, we call it reveal it, feel it, heal it. Okay? And you're realizing, wow, I have this connection. I got it now. If I can do this, right? If I can do this, what else can I co-create with Spirit? Don't limit yourself here. This is when you can start doing imagery work. Envision, what does your life look like? As if you were already living it. Okay? As if you were already living it. What does your life look like? Okay? And once you do that, okay, then you're even on a higher spiritual level. Okay, you now become the high priestess, or the highest priest. Okay, very much connected with spirit. Now you can start learning how to work with spirit animals. That's amazing in itself. Okay, that is really amazing in itself. And if you guys would like me to do a video on that, how to co-create with spirit animals, let me know. Leave me a comment down below, because if you guys are interested in that, I will do a video on it. And I will talk to you about how you can do that. Because what you can use spirit animals for, much like symbols, okay, is you can ask for 2 specific spirit animals to come into your life. Or if you're going through a difficult time and all of a sudden, or you're stuck or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden you're driving down the road and you see a possum, and you've never either seen a possum or maybe haven't seen one in 2, 3, 4 years, look up that totem meaning. It will resonate with what is going on in your life at that time. Okay? Really, because when you do that, okay, when you're co-creating with spirit, spirit realizes, okay, the universe realizes, wow, they're really learning different avenues on how to receive our messages. So now we can communicate with them in other ways as well to keep them on their path. I do it all the time. When I feel like I'm stuck, or I feel like things aren't moving fast enough for me, or I start to question, should I stick with my YouTube channel or should I shift it to something else? Okay. What I get, I give them 2 spirit animals, and they always send me the same spirit animal that says, no, stay on your path. So I stay on my path because I know it's going to open up. I know it. I can feel it. I believe it. And so that's what you start learning how to do. Okay. And as you do that, we talked about the growing and the evolving. The snake shows up. The snake is very significant in shamanic practices. Okay. It's all about the shadow work, shedding the past. Okay. Shedding old beliefs. When you do that and you do the work and you do the healing, you grow and you evolve like you have no idea. None. I mean, I have seen dormant gifts come up in people, okay, that they didn't even know they had was in them, simply by them doing the work, okay, the shadow work, the deep dive within, the journaling, and trusting in the process and looking at what comes up that needs to be healed, right? These are all very important tools. Okay, and amazing tools at that. Okay, one of my gifts when I started doing it, I always knew I had a gift of mediumship. I always knew that. I saw spirits at a very young age in my life, as early as 2.5 years old. I remember seeing my first spirit, experiencing my first spirit. And then as I grew, my clairaudient kicked in. Okay, then I would smell fragrances. And then I actually, at one point, when in my very early 20s, I started having premonitions. What I didn't know was part of my gift was using my intuitiveness, my intuition, my connection with spirit to do oracle readings, to do tarot card readings. I don't do the traditional tarot card readings. I pick up the energy off the cards. Okay, that's how I do it. Just like I'm telling the story with these oracle decks. This is what spirit is telling me that is needed at this time. Okay. And take trust. This is the trust part. Ready? Trust in the messages you are receiving. Trust in your intuition. Those little thoughts that pop into your head. Like I said, I had this pop into my head, and then I had, my sexual abuse pop into my head. And just sit there and go back and forth. What does one have to do with the other? And then the light bulb goes off. Okay. That's trusting your intuition. Okay. That gut feeling, that thought process that happens. Okay. That is trusting your intuition. And that's how things get revealed to you. Okay. That's how things get revealed to you. And then guess what comes from that? Confidence. And what comes from confidence? Bravery. And what comes from bravery? Believing in yourself and being honest with yourself and others. I had a huge conversation with my mother after my huge healing. And I said, look, I don't know what happened to you in your life. I don't pretend to know what happened to you in your life. That's not my path. Okay, that's not mine to heal. Okay, I just want you to know how this one thing that happened to me at the age of 2 played a significant role in my life and really held me back because of it. Now, I didn't say it to her to make her feel bad. I was sharing a significant healing that I had done with my mother. Okay. And then I realized by doing even more around it, because I would still every now and again get emotional from it. And I'm like, okay, why am I getting emotional? I forgave it. I forgave my mother. I mean, she didn't realize what she was doing was going to have such a profound effect on me. And then it dawned on me, I forgave my mother, but I didn't forgive my father. And he was just as much a part in it. You have 2 parents, people, not just a mom. The mom always seems to get all the baggage, though. I will tell you that. You have a dad, too. They don't get off the hook. They don't get off the hook because you know what? If the dad didn't want you to go there, well, the dad had the right to step in and say something and keep you put, right? Now I'm using my own story, right? And I was like, I didn't forgive my dad. Now, my dad has crossed over. He crossed over when I was 28. He crossed over back in 93. So I had to have a conversation with my dad in spirit. And I was like, I forgive you for not standing your ground and not keeping me with the family unit. I forgive you for that. You didn't realize it was going to have this effect on me. That's the being honest part. Okay. And that comes with really, not guarding your heart too much. Okay. And that's when your heart starts to crack open and your spirit light. So you'll see it. You'll see it when you go into your heart center. You'll see, because you know what? Our hearts are not ever completely closed. And when I hear somebody say you have a closed heart, no one's heart is completely closed. Our spirit resides in the center of our heart. And, there's always that flicker. There's always that flicker. That flicker don't go out till we cross over. So you could always work on opening your heart center and healing your heart center. Okay. I know that was big. Okay. We're into this 24 minutes. I do want to pull a couple of the dragon oracles with this. Okay. So this is definitely all about healing. Don't let old belief system guys hold you back. Because man, if I did, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be on my path. I wouldn't be sharing my story. I would, my stories, my experiences, my guidance, if I hadn't done the work myself. I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk too. Perfect example, last night, I was out and about. All of a sudden, I had all these emotions rush over me. Now, yes, I had a cousin who passed away a week ago. And yes, I just did go to her services on Friday. And yes, I did received a card in the mail that I honestly thought was one of those, you know how they have those seminar cards and they like put them in this like card envelope and you think somebody's mailing you a card? Well, that's kind of like what I thought. And I almost threw it in the garbage. And my intuition said, don't throw it out. You need to open it. Don't throw it out. You need to open it. And I opened it up and it was a beautiful created sympathy card for me. But when I opened it up, there was the inside cover was a 5x7 picture of my cousin. I lost it. And then last night I was driving and I was thinking of an old friend and I just started crying. Now this friend's still alive. And I just started crying. And I was like, okay, this is obviously some type of healing that I need to meditate on. What is it that I haven't let go of from that friend from way back then? And oddly enough, they've recently reached out to me. So there is a correlation there. There is some type of healing that needs to take place there, and it will come to the surface. Okay, it will come to the surface. So my beautiful, beautiful, magical dragons from the dragon realm, what would you like? I mean, this was pretty heavy. This is a pretty heavy reading. Okay, all on. Now is the time to do the journey. Okay, and encouraging you, if you have already started it, to just keep trusting, guys. No matter where you are, keep trusting. So what do the beautiful dragon oracles? What dragons want to come forward? 3, please. 3 significant dragons with 3 significant messages, please. I think one flipped over. Oh, okay. There we go. So we got dark blue galactic dragon. Helps you listen to the voice of the universe. Okay, I am going to read this from the books, but I also wanted to read it to you. Okay. Ignite the codes of your master blueprint. Access cosmic wisdom and enter high service. Beautiful. So let me go to because they also have a beautiful reading on this. Dark blue. Go 4. I'm also getting choked up in my throat. Somebody out there, this is for somebody or a few of you. And I know this is hard to do too, okay? But really push yourself to talk about what it is you need to talk about to heal it. Okay, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. And I know it's scary because you think it's going to cause something, but you're going to be surprised that the more you do that, the more you become comfortable with speaking your truth. And the more courage you get, and the more confidence you get, and the more beautiful you see yourself. Okay, it's all part of the process. Okay, it's all part of the process. So I'm going to hold this up. Okay. The guidance that comes to you from this beautiful dragon. Your soul journey has taken you to the stars and beyond. The dark blue galactic dragon now invites you to communicate with the masters of the universe, the Intergalactic Council, where you can contribute your energy for the smooth ascension of the planet. It is time to listen and serve. Ask your wondrous dragon who has come to you to tune you in to the Intergalactic Council, where you will be offered the honor of petitioning the council. Decide whether your petition is for the welfare of animals or humanity or to assist the ascension of the planet. Then ask the dragon to take you to the council to present your petition. Dark blue galactic dragons will also instruct you during meditation or sleep. This will enable you to serve in a galactic capacity and will hugely expand your energy fields. Beautiful, beautiful. Pure white dragon from Orion. Pure white dragon from. Okay, I'll read the card first, and then I will read from the book. These are beautiful cards. I love these cards. Pure white dragon from Orion transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, the guidance. A pure white dragon of Orion has come to you today to advise you to examine what you know with enlightened eyes. Process any information you are working with through your right brain to discover how to use it for the highest good. The high frequency dragons from Orion will be with you to help you with the process. They will allow you to advance your spiritual growth and expand your wings of light. When you hold white in your aura, people trust and respect you. This card calls on you to speak your truth. What did I say? I was feeling that choke. See? There you go. Thank you for that confirmation, my beautiful dragon realm. Act with honesty and be totally honorable in all of your dealings. Okay? That's important. Okay? That's another big important thing, guys. Really coming from the heart center. And vulnerability, that's not an easy thing to accomplish either. But the more you do it, the more you will see how easy it becomes. Ooh, golden Atlantine dragon. Ooh, that's pretty. I think that must have to do with love or something. To love yourself or something like that. Gold Atlantine. Here we go. 100. Okay, here we go. Golden Atlantine dragon helps you remember the wisdom of golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts. We talked about the gifts, right? That are hidden within, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. Okay, that's what this is. Doing the journey within is all about unlocking what your soul's contract was for you to create here on the earth plane. Okay, that's what this all does. Okay, and then trusting it. Okay, the guidance. This card invites you to activate your own personal fifth dimensional blueprint, for it contains the light of the incredible era of golden Atlantis. The golden Atlantine dragon who has come to you now worked directly with all the great masters of Atlantis during the Halcyon days, Halcyon days, Halcyon days, and remembers exactly who you truly are. I'm going to read that again because I did see my camera freeze. Hopefully I can get through this and then we'll end the video. Okay. Let's see. I want to read that again. Atlantean dragons, who has come to you now, work directly with all the great masters of Atlantis during the Halcyon days and remembers exactly who you truly are, what your soul's contract is. Prepare to reclaim your mastery, who you are ready to dissolve the final veils of amnesia, and your dragon will assist you to do so. Ask it to breathe its golden fire into your third eye so that the final clearance and awakening can take place. Your dragon will then remain with you and shine light into you as you prepare to stand in your power as the Atlantean master. So it's time for you to fulfill your soul's contract. And it's time for you to uncover your secret gifts. Okay, so please, guys, if you enjoyed this oracle reading and you would like to see me do more of them, leave me a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.